Are your kids using coverings for their face? I'm going to share with you some of the implications it might have for their development or for their health. Number one, you can check the last video I made on facial coverings so you can get much more information on the implications this might have for your own health. Now for kids specifically, you might already know that in the first years of life, any child is developing their social skills, their brain, their communication skills, and many more aspects of their physiology and their intellect through their interaction with the environment and with other human beings. This happens a lot through the facial expressions, through everything they perceive with the other human beings around them, especially before they learn to speak. Now, if these people have a covering on their face and the baby or the child cannot see their mouth or their nose, all of this will be distorted. And this creates automatically a feeling of insecurity, uncertainty, and many times fear. This activates a survival mechanism that is modulated by the autonomic nervous system, puts the baby or the child in a sympathetic fight or flight response, and this has implications for their health. But at the same time, they also cannot understand really what's happening or what the other person wants to transmit to them. This distorts and delays a lot this development, this cognitive development, their intellect, their brain, and their social skills. We still don't know today what implications this is going to have for all the next generation. What I'm trying to do is to invite you to use the least possible coverings while you're interacting with a young child. This will help the child immensely to connect, to relate, and to develop their social and intellectual skills. Now, there's other implications. For example, in school, you might know, if you have kids, you might know about this, that in the school, when these coverings are used, it distorts a lot the interaction between the teacher and the children and between the children themselves. Because first of all, they cannot hear properly what is being expressed, and also they cannot see the expressions in their faces. Learning is distorted in this way, and this is basically why kids go to school, to learn. Not only the subjects that we learn in school, mathematics, history, and other subjects, but how to relate. This is one of the main benefits of going to school and interacting with other children. If they are all covered in their faces, it is very difficult to develop these social skills, interaction. They need to have physical contact, they need to have visual contact with the facial expression of the other kids. Of course, when kids have a covering in their breathing pathways for a long period of time, this has other implications also for their microbiome, for the oxygenation of their brain. When they are learning new information, their brain needs to receive enough oxygen to function properly, receive information, interpret it, and integrate it appropriately. And if they're covered, their mouth and their nose, for long periods of time, there is hypoxemia, meaning there's less oxygen in the blood. If you're being asked to send your kids to school with these coverings, or they need to use them while they are there, you have all the right to do some research and get some support from a lawyer if you feel like, because most of the times this goes against the constitution of your country. But also you can do very practical things in the daily life to support your child, to nourish their microbiome, to oxygenate their body, and also to develop the social skills and communication skills. So the rest of the time the child is not in school, take these coverings off, have them interact with other kids, take them to natural environments so they breathe fresh air, so they also have this interaction and exchange of microorganisms with kids, with adults, because this will definitely nourish their microbiome. It will strengthen their immune system. It will allow them to interact with all these kind of facial and movements that they need with other kids and with adults. So it will definitely improve their intellectual and their physical development. If for any reason your child is using these coverings every day, wash them daily, change them daily, because they become a culture place for all these kind of microorganisms. So it becomes much more possible that a certain kind of microorganism develops much more in these clothes, and this can create an inflammatory or an infection in the child. So change them as frequently as possible and wash them. As a parent, you are in charge of your health and the health of your children. It's your responsibility, so you have all the freedom to research, to empower yourself, and to take matters to take care of their health the best way possible. You're always welcome to learn more about body medicine. Take a look at all the other videos I have, and remember, your body knows.